The following are properties, original work, creations, and ideas of Kelebogile Sehoa. The ElementRings brand includes, but is not limited to, the ElementRings Pty Ltd company, the ElementRings script, comic book or manga script, characters, movie script, ElementRings merchandise, and Negu brand. All rights claimed and reserved by Kelebogile Sehoa.
Hello everyone, welcome back to ElementRings. As usual, here's a quick recap before we continue with the story. Meadows Rock got a lot of attention from people who were allowed access to it. Charles, a fireman, has a smaller piece of Meadows Rock in his pocket and it started reacting violently the moment he touched the bigger one. This caught everyone else's attention and they questioned him about it. If you haven't tuned in to the previous audios, please visit them before listening to this one. Now let's continue with the story. The lieutenant was disappointed that the rock didn't glow when he touched it, so he started slapping it and said, "Glow, you piece of rock, glow." Seconds later, the rock started letting out some steam and burned his hand and he screamed in pain. "Ah, that hurts. What the lieutenant exclaimed. This startled everyone and they all backed away. Some of them even ran thinking that the rock would explode. "This is way above our pay grade," exclaimed the lieutenant as he held his hand in pain. He then placed the call to someone who didn't answer their phone. Sir, let me see your hand," said a paramedic. They helped the lieutenant by bandaging his hand and arm. Elsewhere, the bomb squad used all the necessary equipment to look for the supposed bomb and nothing came up. "It seems there's no bomb anywhere in the mall. We are done here. Let's pack up, go to center management and notify them, and then head back to the office," said the bomb squad commander. She then reached in her pocket and placed a call. "Hello? I see your missed call. What's up?" She was speaking with the lieutenant. "Yes, I just wanted to tell you that you can relay your findings to me. The captain isn't here anymore. She left me in charge," said the lieutenant. The bomb squad commander then said, "I'll find you. Hold on tight, I'm on my way." Back at the rock's location, everyone was doing their part of securing the area and awaiting feedback from center management. Unexpectedly, a group of 4 people wearing a uniform different from theirs entered the area. "Who the hell are you?" asked the lieutenant. An elderly man introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mr. Senganga, chemistry PhD. We are with the Department of Chemistry and Physics. We were called here by center management after you sent one of the guards to inform them about the situation at hand." One of the firefighters then thought, okay, no one asked him what his qualifications were. The old man came in with 3 women who were his assistants. They each had a machine. These were probes that they would use to test the nature of the rock. One of the machines worked to drill, the second one worked to weigh, and the third one measured the circumference by scanning the object in question. Mr. Senganga began to cry as his girls began to work. "No one told me I was going to heaven," Mr. Senganga said. Shocked, the lieutenant asked him, "Sir, why are you crying?" Mr. Senganga looked to the rock and nothing else and said, "Endless possibilities." Elsewhere, the Pilafela and the Matla families were en route to the hospital. "My baby, are you okay?" Rakadi anxiously asked Disetso. "I'm okay, Mom. Just a few bruises here and there," Disetso said to his mother. "Dad, your little girl is on her way," Letabo thought as she leaned to the car door. She suddenly said, "We can't lose him. Not now. He is the best thing to ever happen to all of us." Disetso and Rakadi nodded their heads after hearing Letabo's words. Disetso was trying to be tough even though the pain was starting to get to him. "These injuries won't slow me down. I must be strong for everyone," Disetso thought to himself. Their mother was focused on the road and didn't want to show her children the tears running down her face. The whole family was preoccupied with the situation Jonathan was in. In Botlale's family's car, Botlale's little brothers were silent and worried. Their mother couldn't stop crying as she didn't know what condition her son was in. Zakes held her by the hand while the other was steering the car and thought, "Please be okay, my son." Zakes then said, "We all have to be strong for Botlale." He said this in a low tone. Zakes' words triggered Matlohonolo and caused her to cry even more. Tlalefang and Otlalefile pat her on the shoulder and side of her arm. Matlohonolo then remembers when Zakes was telling her about Mushidi's feeling of despair coming from Botlale. Is what's happening right now everything Zakes was telling me Mushidi told him about? Matlohonolo thought to herself. All of a sudden, Zakes starts speeding. In a few seconds, the car was traveling at 160 kilometers per hour. They all noticed this. What is Dad doing? What happened to him sticking to a slow speed when he's traveling with us? Tlalefang thought to himself. Matlohonolo then thought he's got to slow down or all of us will need to be taken to a hospital or worse. Otlalefile then starts crying. This catches Zakes' attention and eventually helps him to realize that he was speeding. "Otlalefile, my boy, please stop crying." Otlalefile then slowly stops crying and the family continues to the hospital. All over South Africa, people were watching television when all of a sudden an emergency broadcast came on. "We'd like to apologize for interrupting your programs. This is an emergency broadcast from the SABC. As you can see, Manlane Mall has been partly damaged. It was discovered that a huge rock fell from space and damaged parts of the mall. More information will be revealed as things unfold. Once again, we apologize for the interruption." Among the South African citizens who saw this emergency broadcast, Mandy, Botlale's classroom mate and crush, was one of them. "I hope everyone who is there and was there when that rock struck the mall is doing okay," Mandy said while walking to the kitchen. And that's the end of the 27th release. As you all heard, the lieutenant got burned by steam that came from the rock. As those who were waiting for center management's feedback, a group of 4 people arrived on the scene. They represent the Department of Chemistry and Physics. On the other hand, Mandy is about to realize something that will give her a good scare. Find out what happens as we continue with the story. Don't forget to share, like, view, subscribe, and comment. Thanks for the support and bye for now.